Hey friends, it is TexAgs Rewind. We're presented by Specs, and if you're looking to step up your cocktail game, get insider info on seasonal releases or order online for the same-day delivery. Just go to specsonline.com because you know what? The fun starts here. All right, we're in the Rollo Insurance Studio. We had a lot to talk about on the program. I'm going to ask Reed Neal his favorite part of the show. Go.
OB, for sure.
I need a specific.
Am I allowed to? Well, the ribs part was pretty funny.
You like the ribs when he was eating the ribs?
It had nothing to do with the show.
It was very graphic the way he ate those ribs.
It was. But also when he talking with Shireen was good too.
Yeah, Shireen was great. Nick, your favorite part?
Reed 0 for 2 on picking things that are actually in the rewind today. Matt Simon, of course. That was cool to have him on for the first time. And yeah, I like play-by-play guys. I want to be a play-by-play guy, so I'm going to pick Matt Simon.
Matt Simon. All right. How about Aggie Hoops one final time forever? Luke Evangelist will never be on the show again.
Canceled.
Canceled. Not because he did anything wrong, just because he wants to be on the show too much. Just kidding. He was really good. But I'm surprised nobody said Josh Pate. I thought, tell me if you guys agree with this. Our conversation with Josh Pate, not just because he's a really good football analyst, but I feel like they're really good college football discussions. Like we go to places that like we don't always go to on the show, and it just kind of happens organically. Agree, Nick?
I do agree.
You can agree too, right?
I do agree.
All right. Is there anything else on the rewind? That's about it. Check it out. You'll like it, I think. I hope. Yes, you will. Yeah. I'm not, as of this point, it's a to be continued story, right? This chapter has ended. This chapter, these 8 seniors, I consider them a book in the Aggie basketball story, right? There's a new book opening, right? Pharrell Payne will hopefully be the, a guy who crosses both, right? So whoever we add to this, the new book might start better than the last book.
It might. Again, Buzz has done some very impressive work in the transfer portal. From guys going back to Boots and Henry and Dexter Dennis, Pharrell Payne, Anderson Garcia. I mean, those are good players.
I'm going to answer this for football, though. I don't think there's anything football can do until December 1st to let me think that they're on the right path.
Well, I think if they beat Notre Dame.
I'll feel good. But, like, big wins followed by big wins. Not a big win. See you later, right? I want to see, for me to feel they're on the right path, I will know in November at some point. But December 1st, all right, we just finished playing Texas and Austin. We've just, we beat Notre Dame, hopefully. We beat up. But it's got to be an entire season, not 3/4 of the season.
Okay.
Because that's what we just had. We just had 3/4 of a season really good.
We had a really nice
8 weeks.
September.
7 weeks.
Should have won against Notre Dame.
Should have.
If your quarterback didn't get hurt.
Right.
Maybe you would have. And then you went on that nice run, and then there was that collapse.
Yeah.
As soon as you got all the attention. What is it? It seems like as a program,
Finishing?
that when the expectations and the pressure get higher, with the exception of baseball last year. Baseball last year was looking that way again, struggling against Texas.
And they turned it on.
All of a sudden, you got a break and you took advantage of it.
Yep.
Struggling against Oregon, and then Kent has a grand slam and it's over. But you get into November in football.
Is there a trait that pops up to you?
Yeah. When you walk in the building, everybody sounds the same. Everybody carries themselves the same. They look different because they're people. But then when you start talking to them, it's the front desk receptionist, it's the janitor, it's the offensive coordinator, it's the head. Everybody sounds the same, David. So all that is, it's no different than if we were to work in the political world or the business world or the football world. You've got leadership, and I'm going to say this phrase again, and I promise I'm not going to say it after this. The vibe is working downstream of leadership in the good places. In the bad places, you go talk to the general manager and he's got his take, and then the head coach has got his take, and then the AD has his take or her take, and it's just like there's no alignment. And the worst part is sometimes those places don't know that. I'm kind of in a pretty unique position that we're in a different place multiple times a week. So we visit everywhere. We talk to everyone. It's like a punch in the face. It's like a sledgehammer to the chest when you're in the places that do it right, because you realize this feels robotic in a sense that everyone's just saying the same thing, but they're not acting. It's not performative because They don't even know that the dude you talked to 7 minutes ago in the lobby said what he said to you. It's just that there's vision and everyone's aligned with it. And the most important part, I think, before alignment is everyone's bought into it. And then the other thing that I think it's labeled as coach speak a lot, but it's not coach speak. It's one of the most important traits you can have is the ability to like define the goal, whatever it is you want to accomplish, but then no one talks about the goal. All they're talking about is the process that it takes to achieve it. So what's funny is anytime you say that, David, people go like this. They kind of, all right, here we go. Like they lean back and they tune out because they think that's a cliche. Like that's just coach speak. Well, everyone says that. That's fortune cookie stuff. All I'm telling you, since you asked me the question, is the best buildings that we're in, they all do that. So I think there's a little more to it than just cliche. Or David, maybe there's a reason why it's a cliche, because it's said so much by the most successful people.
This transfer portal thread.
Okay, well, this is a good one.
Yeah.
Because you pointed out in an email to me, over 500 players hit the portal on day one. 2 years ago, 170, and last year, 300. So it's just getting bigger.
Yeah, and that's just the state of college athletics. And look, the powers that be in football and baseball have said the same thing. The portal being open while the season is still going on is just crazy. And I couldn't imagine having to be a coach trying to rebuild their roster. Like, think about what Arkansas is going to have to do, and they can't even focus on the portal because they're playing right now. So if there was ever a silver lining of A&M being eliminated early, which there's not, at the very least, they can pour their entire attention into the transfer portal that opened on Monday, because it's crazy. There's more names to have to go through. There's more players that you recruited in high school and just missed out on, like you finished second, and now you got to re-recruit them. And it's just a wild time to be in college athletics and college basketball specifically. There's only, let's say 60 to 70 power conference teams, and there's kids from mid-majors who want to go up a level. There's kids from power conference teams who want to go down a level and play at a mid-major, and it's just there's too many kids and not enough roster spots at the Division I level.
Well, one of my favorite things about working at TexAgs is covering the NCAA tournament, because it's the only real chance that I get outside of the NIL interviews to talk to these kids one-on-one.
Yeah.
And everybody that I talk to, everyone, they sound the same. And I don't mean that because Buzz has them speaking Buzz speak, right? I'm saying, like, you talk to C.J. Wilcher, the way his heart comes out, the way he speaks is the same way as a Jace Carter, the same way as a Henry Coleman. They all have like a certain, it's a long about way of getting to my question. I feel like when the portal opens in other sports, other programs, for other coaches, oh, this guy would be a great fit. He's a great three-point shooter. Oh, this guy's a great wide receiver. I'd love to see him at A&M. Yeah. Look at what he did at this place. He'll imagine translating. I don't know if it works the same way for a Buzz Williams type team.
Yeah.
And I mean this with respect, not a negative thing. It's actually, it takes a particular person to play on a Buzz Williams team.
Yeah.
Matt, and to be that level of team that we expect them to be, you have to win at home, and they've been excellent at home.
Yeah, and I will tell you this, and Coach has talked about it, the kids have talked about it too, that I've not seen Davis Diamond like this ever. The 12th man's been fantastic. They have been here from the get all season long. They have packed that place out. It is easily the most fans we've had at Davis on a season basis since it opened in 2018. And this weekend especially, and the fans that were there will know this, they were all tight games. Every single one of them was a tight game. When they had to get loud to either encourage the Aggies or pressure Alabama, they did, and they were loud. And that is the kind of atmosphere that I know Coach wants, I know the kids want, and it makes a difference, man. I mean, you've seen it in other sports. You go on the road and you're playing in a tough environment, that little bit of edge, when you're playing so many tight games, that little bit of edge can make all the difference in the world. So I love the fact that we can call Davis home.
Let's talk about Maya Perez. What an incredible season she started to have, and just talk a little bit about her growth and her leadership already as a young player.
Well, it's funny, too, because last year as a freshman, she came in as a highly touted freshman, and the kid that in talking with Jeff Harger, our hitting coach, and Russ Heffley and Coach Ford, the kid you're seeing now is the kid that they had, committed and they knew was coming with them. Last year didn't get a lot of opportunities. There was no opportunity to, really, because Trinity Cannon was having such a good year at first base. There was nowhere to really put her. It's rare that you have one swing sort of change your mindset, but Aggie fans remember that home run she hit in Austin in Game 3 of the Super Regional, I think with 2 outs, maybe 2 strikes. That one swing, the coaches have said, like, really completely flipped. She's like, I can do this. You know, I can be good at this level. And she went into the off season, you know, completely different mindset. Now a sophomore, really committed to her craft even more than she was. And she is a deadly threat every time she steps in the batter's box. And it's not always home runs. You know, she's gotten on base by walks, hit batters, RBI singles, even ground outs, you know, grounding the ball out to move runners. Everything that she's been doing this year, she is a pure threat for the Aggies. And it's been a real treat to kind of watch her grow from that moment last year into this season.
All right, let's close it out. I want you to close it out and tell the people to type something in the comments. You think of something random for them to type and then tell them what to do.
Okay. Okay, well, start off, you can watch on TexAgs Live, text to 1150 the zone.
You're so confused right now what to tell them to do.
I'm trying so hard to
just think of something like what, like this. 2 biscuits. Type in 2 biscuits on the chat.
Barbecue ribs in the chat for OB.
I still think 2 biscuits. Nick, you agree with 2 biscuits?
I'm going to go 2 biscuits.
2 biscuits. As random as it can be. Whoever says 2 biscuits, I promise you I will like your comment in the next couple days. I don't go every day to see the comments, but I will. If you write 2 biscuits, I just like showing Nick's face. All right, we'll see you next time.